So you were mentioning at the beginning of the lesson, sometimes when we're not on camera and we're just hanging out, certain things get discussed, and they seem to be perhaps appropriate for a starting off point, a jump off point. And you were talking about that thinking up is really helping you.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, it's huge. That's pretty much, it's like a huge deal right there, I think.
And that's really cool that you recognize that. Right? That's good. That's very good. So you're halfway there, just accepting that as a reality. Now, for me, what I think is incredibly helpful as well is squeeze and release.
Yeah.
And the gig, I'm thinking about the Alexander technique right now. You got me going. And so, well, Dick would say that, he'd say to all of his students, you sit as though you were forming a three-legged stool, meaning the rear end is one of the legs, and then you have each of your legs, and it's a three-legged stool.
Right.
And he'd say, sit up. And I think it was Dick Wilson that would talk about the T. Right, the T. Right, the shoulders form it, relative to the head, form a T. Now, my mother, who was like on a level when it came to all things dance, she was on a very high level as a dancer, and actually performed in Martha Graham's company. Martha Graham would be akin to, I don't know, like the Miles Davis of dance.
Nice. Invented
modern dance, and also danced on Broadway. And my mother was a modern dancer, but studied ballet, and the whole pirouette thing. She explained to me, it's like there's a post running down the center of your body.
Right.
That falls into the Alexander technique, perhaps, and the T and sitting up straight. So that's all important. So one of the things that is as important as this idea of up to come down, because we don't want to turn one thing into the entire technique.
Right.
I would do.
That's why I tried to stop myself. I was like, it's a huge deal. It's not the whole deal. Yeah, it's definitely.
Right.
So it's like the first part of the deal, I'm kind of.
Well, we'll see. And maybe you want to be careful, because you might have success with that feeling with regards to one thing, and then another thing will be introduced, and suddenly it won't be effective because it's a different thing, and you need to understand it in a way, or you're missing another part of the technique in combination with the idea of everything thinking up. Right. So Mr. Richard Martinez, thinking up. That's also Jack Verga, who talks a lot about that. Talks about, this is what I think Dick Wilson really meant, right? So thinking about using gravity. Now, we don't always have to use gravity. We can still think up, and that doesn't require that we only use gravity on the way to. We can also use a muscular turn, right? And you need to get to know how all of that feels. But the squeeze and release thing is huge. The relaxation that is associated with the squeeze and release is as important as this idea of thinking up, right? If you don't have squeeze and release, you're not using this technique.
Right.
So what the flam does is one of the things that a flam does is, in a very elegant way, help the student get in touch with a squeeze and release, because the flam can hand low. So with this technique, one hand high means that we're making a throw with one hand and not with the other, right? So one hand would be high and the other hand would be low. I gave you a chart, and the idea of it being too slow for there to be an upstroke is something that a lot of students need to understand because it's something that they're missing. Remember, the single stroke, which is the upstroke to a downstroke, which means release to a squeeze, is about half the effort, twice the speed. So if we're at 80, you see, getting the timing of this motion is really important. Let's see. See, hit this speed, there's not an upstroke. See, but I'm feeling this release, and then the hand closes on the way down. But it's based on the three-finger grip, and one of the things that really prevented me from feeling the squeeze and release is, because remember, the best therapist is usually the best patient, is the fourth and fifth. What do you do with them? I don't want to get into the path that I took because, you know, that doesn't matter. But I originally was told to absolutely not, to hold the fourth and fifth off to get in touch with the three-finger grip. And then I found myself playing a really loud gig and hurting myself because I didn't know what I was doing. And then I went to Dick, and Dick said, "Oh, you know, for louder playing, the fourth can come on. You just you don't need to hold them off." Now, what was interesting is when Dick would go to demonstrate crescendo strokes, he'd have them off. So you know what you're doing. But this keeping the fingers off can also lead to other problems. So the fourth and the fifth were mysterious to me. Okay, releasing the fourth and fifth, and understanding that the grip is really a three-finger grip. First finger and thumb is the guide, middle finger is the fulcrum when you're palm down. That's the gig. Okay. So if I were to have, now the timing of the throw is also important. To help students get these things, it can be helpful to break things down into different stages, right? But it doesn't really work. In reality, that's just remedial. In reality, it's got to be one fluid motion or it ain't it. So to help someone get there, you might break it down into stages. But in reality, it's all one smooth up, down, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. And there's a timing. Now it's true, it feels like maybe it's just hanging there for a minute, but it rolls right through there. Like a roller coaster. It never waits. It's time to go down. Right. Now maybe, you know, like we're filming a hummingbird, slowing everything down so you can see what's really happening. I guess at some point day does turn into night, but we would never know it. We're trying to create one smooth wave.
Right.
Okay. It's not bad, actually. Okay, so I want you to play flams. Here's the gig. Here's what we're going to do to get it. So we're going to use the click as a guide having to do with prescribing what would be the proper timing for the stroke. See the click? It will be the up. Up, down, up, up, down, up. See, click, click. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so put your metronome at 80 and try that.
So, 3, 4, 5, 5, too slow?
I got you thinking.
Yeah, what am I doing wrong here?
Yeah, it's good. It's good, Jason. Good. So right away it was like, wait a minute. That's what we want. That's the guy who studied composition with. Remind me of his name because he's so famous.
Oh, Lyle Spud Murphy. Lyle Spud Murphy. Yeah, yes, equal interval system. Genius. Yeah, he's another genius out there.
All right, the Dick Wilson of all things composition.
Yeah.
So yeah, this will not be about, but I'll have a way of doing it for you. But there is no upstroke here.
Yeah. I always do that. Yeah.
Check it out. Just take it in. It's just a little turn. There's just a little turn. And then there's plenty of time to go up.
Oh yeah.
See, this is to help you feel squeeze and release. But are you really releasing? Yeah, that's the gig. Are you really releasing? So this is a tricky thing to help someone feel. To find something remedial to help someone feel this is a little tricky. I've been playing with different ways, and all I know is, and I've shown you, to me it feels like we're open. It feels like I'm open, but I'm up here, and I'm open. I'm open. Holding with the 3-finger grip and the back fingers can just, if they're released and not doing, it's as if the back fingers are kind of always released. Just let them go. They're moving with the hand, but they're not, if they're not in contact with the stick, it doesn't feel like. Yeah, see, this is why it's so tricky. I'm gonna think about that. Please. Yeah. So the back fingers are releasing as well. They're just not on the stick, right? Everything opens up, right? But the mistake that one often makes is you think you're not doing something with the 4th and 5th, but you are. And it takes a while. So here's an example of not squeezing and releasing, but it might look right. Watch. Okay. I'm not squeezing and releasing right now.
That's probably a little more what I'm doing, I think. Yeah, probably I'm not quite getting there.
Right. No, so just watch. Yeah, just watch for a second. This isn't, so I'm doing it wrong on purpose. Now let's see if we can notice the difference. Now I'm gonna release. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First, I want you to do it incorrectly on purpose. You can stay sideways if you want. It might be good. I don't know. Yeah, stay where you were. First. We'll hang out. So you're just gonna make a motion, and you're going to not let the back fingers go. You're just holding on and going up. Okay, go on, make downstrokes.
That's kind of, I got them all on there now, basically.
Hold on to it. 4th and 5th can hold on.
Yeah, they're definitely on there.
That feels weird to tell a student that. Remember, this is wrong. This is what we. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so here's the gig. This is something you can look for. I need a universal joint for this stand. Don't have to fuss with it. Okay, watch. So here I am again, not releasing. And by the way, I think you can hurt yourself doing this. I have another student who's gotten a lot better now, but he was clenching as he went up, which really hurts actually after a while. So yeah, right. So watch. So here I am. Not releasing. Now watch see if you can notice what changes, among other things. but one of the dead giveaways. Now I'm going to start to release.
Like, yeah, I can definitely see the rear fingers opening, you know, like.
What else do you see missing? What I'm trying to show you.
And kind of a little bit with the thumb and the forefinger, you kind of see it a little spread there.
What's different? You didn't notice.
No.
Yeah, this will help. This will help you. Watch. Watch. Here I am not releasing. How high am I coming up? Up to here? What, to this button here?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. Huh? I can't go any higher.
Right.
Now watch when I let go of everything. Back fingers hold on here instead. Focus on the 3-finger grip instead and let the 4th and 5th chill. Then I get this.
More bend in the wrist. It's kind of a more.
I'm up to the 2nd button.
Mm.
I've increased my height by that much.
Right.
Go, and now I can come up. You can't come up if you don't release. Not really. Yeah, we're like that, you see? That helped you right away. Now clench. Now clench and go up. Feel how tight that feels?
Mm.
Now let that go. Ah, there you go. There you go. Beautiful, Jason. All right, so that worked. Okay. Yes, that's simple right now. Just keep that simple. Good. So now we can get some height to the throw. Right? It doesn't mean we have to. You know, sometimes for a student, a remedial thing will be to help them because they just want to do all kinds of weird stuff. See, maybe making, for some students, see, I can release and make it small. There, watch. Release, squeeze, release. Ah, I see, I can feel that. I'm still released. Squeeze, release. But you see, if you're really releasing, you can come up now. And then it closes. Full extension. Okay, so go for it. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah. It feels like this, doesn't it? Watch. Just do this where you just lower the stick. So you're going to start 1/2 inch. I just want, yeah, like that. So again, we can keep the stick stable and roll around it. Try that. Put your other hand on it. Just want you to be, yep. Don't let it move, and you're just going to roll around it. And it opens and closes. So there's a little of that feeling, but it feels even more like, I don't know, it feels, this might be hipper. Yeah, that feels a little, see, now I'm not just going, so when you touch, the stick is a little bit of an angle, right there, it's a little angle. Now you're going to let the butt end come down as you sort of roll around it, but wrist goes up, and the butt end goes down, and you lower the stick to the surface. That Dick would call that lowering the stick. And Martinez calls this a following through. Try it. Butt end didn't go down. There, but don't let the bead come up. You went a little too much, but you got the difference. Very subtle, isn't it? How would you tell somebody that? Takes a while. Touch. Let the butt end come down there, but don't let the, perfect, you got it. See how you're nice and open? That's what it feels to me like when I'm at the top of the stroke. The difference is when I release making a throw, see the butt end isn't on the palm when you do that, is it? Notice?
It's away now.
Yeah, it's away. So my hand feels like that.
You want to leave it on the palm?
No, I want you to stay with me now. It feels like that. It's come away from the palm. However, my hand is that open, but I'm up here with it on the palm.
I got you. Yeah. So you don't. That was just a demonstration.
See how straight my fingers look? See how straight they look when I do this? They're pretty straight, and then they would close. I can come up with the stick on the palm, and if your back fingers they're still straight now. Yeah, So that's what I'm feeling. Not bad. See, and you can come up now. You're released. You're not trapped in this little world down here, all clutched, never feeling the relaxation that Murray Spivak was desiring. Yeah, it's much better, dude. Don't wait at the top now. Non-smooth motion. Okay, that's where. Okay, beautiful. Put the metronome on. You're going to use the click for the timing of the coming up, down, left, and there's no upstroke. It's just
one half notes. What is this? 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, one like half note.
1, 2. 1.
No. It's just a flam. There's no note afterwards.
1, 2, 1.
See, are you coming up on the click? Are you coming up? See how little you're coming up? Because you're not releasing. See, put it into practice. There you go. Don't point your first finger, or the middle finger can't open up. If you don't have a grip with your first finger and thumb, the middle finger can't release. It's got to hold on. Yeah, it's coming along. Look at you. Right to the floor. Let the whole thing unravel. Yeah, much better. That's good. Release. See, you're following the timing of the click. Click down. Click down. Don't point your first finger in the left. Click. Don't point your first finger. The release is in the middle finger. 4th and 5th, not the first finger. Hold it. Let the thing open up behind. Back fingers, 4th and 5th are key. Let them go so they go into this more straight position. It's much better. See how nice and relaxing that is at the top? Relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze. Okay, now you're going to go into, from there we're going to go into, okay, because there's no upstroke. Turn off your metronome for a sec. And by the way, you see, when you do this traditional, it's the, as Murray would say, it's the left hand, or it's the right hand on this side, right? So, and the first finger is essentially doing, in the left, traditional is essentially doing what the middle finger in the right is doing. Calm down, right? But you don't really need to know that. But I'm just going to, for those out there who are interested, you see, this squeeze and release, see? Look at my hand, it opened up. It opened up. See, I'm open, and then it closed. See, now it's closed. Open, close. Oh, so you get it here too. Watch. Release. Release. You can see it in the left better. Release. See, you can really see it, can't you? See, it's the right hand on the side. It's the right hand releasing. Only it's on the side. You see, the fingers elongate, and then they come towards the palm. The first finger comes towards the palm. It elongates away from the palm, right? In palm down, the finger elongates, right? And then comes towards the palm, middle finger. So they're the same in that way. There are some subtle differences, but that's an easy way to demonstrate how the whole thing works in both grips. Okay, so I'm more used to doing it like that. So a little more concentration for me to get that feeling over here. So we're doing that. Release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. And then we're going to do this. Don't play for a sec. Release. Yeah, I've really got it here. Really, I could probably do it this way. Yeah, see, really. See, no, the back finger's already been on, but it's more comfortable. I don't want to hold them off like that. They're just snuggled up, like I told you. Pad of the 4th is over the stick, not even on it, and the tip of the 5th is on it, which you've been paying attention to. Okay, so we're going from this, half notes, and this exercise is, the flam is just a vehicle to explore these particular motions and here we're focused on release, squeeze, and then we're going to go release, squeeze, then we're going to go Release, 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 release. We'll go back to this. And then when we're ready, oops, let's be a flam. Then we're going to go, See, isn't it, See, it's the same timing. The throw is the same timing. But now that we're playing triplets, there will be an upstroke. Release, upstroke. Release, upstroke. You see?
Right.
Metronome on at 80. See if you can do that. So the flams won't have an upstroke. They'll just have an up motion with a release. And then the triplets will have, come on, don't be all locked up, unable to raise, come up, because you're clenched, trapped here. Let it go. There you go. And then you turn to the ceiling. Don't be afraid to turn to the ceiling, and the whole thing comes down. But the timing, once you get the squeeze and release, if you get the release, coming down is easy. Dick would say going up is hard in terms of understanding how to do it, and coming down is easy. If you get the release, the squeeze will happen by itself. You'll be so open, the body will say, I need to be closed down here, or all hell's going to break loose. Don't make it an upstroke, make it a tap. The hand that isn't making the throw should be nice and flat. Let that anti-cubical foss out on the right. Nice and flat down there. Right over the surface. Same to the left. It's just waiting there. See where your right's there. Then it launches. Now it launches. Click. It's going to follow the click. Click. Release, squeeze. Release, squeeze. Come on. Come on up. Release. Come on. Don't be afraid to let everything open up. Has a feeling of letting go of the stick a little bit. It's just like willy-nilly. Okay, now go into the triplets. Oh, it's going to be the same. It's cool. See, just get the speed of the triplets. Da, 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 da.
Oh, quarter note triplets. All right, yeah. No, that's it's my favorites. One and two, one and two, one.
Da, da.
And a one and one and two and a one and
No, but you're not throwing every time. You're only throwing da. Just play the downstrokes for the flams. Well, let's go at it another way. No, the flams are half the speed. They're half notes. And don't play a flam. Just make throws. And for Lord, come on. You're not really releasing, see? Come on. Yeah, come on, let it go. That's what we're going for. There. Come on a little higher. Let it go. There. And turn up to the ceiling on the way down. And let everything close. There. See that speed? Da, 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 da. Just keep that going. Da, 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 da. There you go. Da, 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 da. Come on.
What am I doing wrong? What am I?
3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Da, da, da. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Man.
You can count it 1 and 2 and.
1 and 2 and.
Oh, come on. 1 and 2. And 1 and that's where your downstrokes are. 1 and 2 and
1 and
2 and 1. Keep counting and just play the accents.
Is it 2 on a click though, or is it?
Yes, the numbers are on the click.
2 and 1 and 2 and.
Don't go rushing counting to make it fit. Just keep even counting.
And 2.
You're like a human metronome that doesn't get to fud. 1 and so just do it this way.
And 1 and 2.
no. We're making it okay. This is cool.
Lost here. Lost.
Yeah, I know. Spud, we need you. Where's okay, here we go. So you just want to get this first. This is the essence of it. This is breaking the thing. See? See how I come up and it's released? And I could count 1 and if we're playing flams, maybe 1 and 2, count eighth notes. Then when I go to play triplets, 1 and 2 and 1 and click 2 and 1 click. So you look, let me should have a minute.
Yeah.
1 click 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and so the only time you are with the metronome is on the numbers. Then you're in between. So you've got one right before the metronome and right after. Watch. Right before and then after. Ta ta. So just go this way. Ta ta. Ta ta. Just do that. Metronome on. Find a way to get this across.
3, 4, 1, and
yeah, just go. Just 1. What did I have to do? One, good. 1 and just 1 and that's all. 1 and the 1 is going to be the accent. The 1 and so the right's playing on the metronome. The left is just before the metronome, and then the next right is just after the metronome. Yeah, see if you can feel that. No? Count out loud. 1 and just count. Count and see if you can feel
it. 1 and 2.
No, put the on the click.
1 and
no, 1 and. Okay, let's just get the first 2. 1 and click. 1 and click.
1 and click. 1 and click. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and.
Now we're out of the next note. It's going to be after the click. 1 and 1 and 1 and
1 and 1 and
2 and
1 and
2 and
1 and 2.
Keep down. Got it.
2 and
right after.
And
right after.
1 and 2 and
you got 1 and you got to keep go for it. 1 and 1. Keep counting out loud.
And 2 and 1 and 2.
You got it.
And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and
nothing. It's really easy, isn't it?
1 and 2 and 1.
Now, where's the release? Where's the upstroke? Now you have an upstroke. It's a little wrist turn.
1 and 2.
So the one note that happens just before the click, that's going to be a little regular tap. The note that happens just after the click, that's your upstroke.
So this first is not a throw, you're saying?
No, the throw is always with the number. Then you have a note just before the metronome, and then another note just after the metronome.
1 and
yeah.
As an up.
That's an up.
1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and is that, or was it 2? 1 and 1 and 2 and so the as and up 1 and 1 and
2 and hold on, my fault. My bad. Wait.
See, and I think, right?
That's on me.
1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1.
There you go.
Did it?
Right. 1 and let's see. 1 and 2 and 1 so it's a note before the click that is the up.
1 and
that's an up.
And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1
There you
and
go. Release.
2 and
Release.
1 and
Release.
2 and 1 and
Go back
2
to clams. Half note.
1
Up.
and 2 and 1
Up.
and
Same speed, isn't it?
1
Same
and
speed. Release.
and
Release.
1 and
Release.
2
Triplets.
1
Release.
and 1 and
Release.
and
Release. See, it's very
2 and
throw at the same time.
and 2 and 1
There you
and
go.
2 and 2 and
Release.
1 and 2
Okay.
and 1 the 2 and 1
So
and
if we did 7 of those, it would turn around, right? I think Martinez, this is the Martinez thing. What did he? Yeah, 7 will work.
what is it?
I want you to have a chance to. I don't want you to move through it too quickly. I want you to just turn it around though, so you can keep right. So that we don't have to stop and start going with the other hand. But you can turn it around. So you're going to play 8 alternating clams as half notes, and then you're going to play 7 quarter note triplets with the downstroke and upstroke, and that'll turn it around, right? If you play an odd number, you'll be going the other way.
8 quarters. Well,
Yeah, go for it. 1,
2 and
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you're left. Flam. Flam. See, now you're starting left. Flam. No, it's half that speed. You got it. Flam. 2, 3, 4. Release. 5. Release. 6. Release. 7. Now triplets. Sorry, 8 now triplets. I'm not helping.
hold on. Well, so was it 1 and I already lost the triplet. Lost the triplet.
But we're going to start the concept. We're starting with the flams.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to play 8 flams. Starting right.
2.
Come on up. Don't be all choked off.
5, 6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8 triplets now.
1,
1 and 2,
1,
3,
and
4, 5, 6. Now flams. Leading left. 1,
oh, I missed. Yeah, okay.
3. So you got the idea, right?
Almost. 1, 2, 3, 4,
On release. This is all about the release.
6, 7.
Here you go.
1, 2, 3, 2.
No, that's 7. You're supposed to play 8 of the half note flams. And 7 of the triplets.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Here we go. Triplets.
2, 3, 2,
2,
3,
3, 4. It's coming up. 5, 6. Alternating flam. Starting left. Flam. Flam. You got it, dude. It's good, man. Okay, so that's your exercise.
Yeah, okay.
We're loosening you up, and it's challenging you in terms of conception.
Yeah, keep track of where I'm at.
Having to do with quarter note triplets are a little tricky for you, and not only that, but we're playing quarter note triplets with motions, with accents and motions, and so we're going from. And the other thing it does is it provides you the feeling of the release without an upstroke, playing flams, because there's no upstroke, so slow. But then when you go to triplets, it's fast enough so that now there is an upstroke. So now you're feeling the release with an upstroke.
Right.
It accomplishes quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to just do that. Just going to do it at 80. That's enough for you. Let's move on now. But that was really good.
Nice.
This thing, that was great. And now
I can still push that a little more, I think.
This, and then this exercise will help you lock that in. Okay, now, what are we doing next? Okay, we're working on the Swiss triplet, right?
Mm.
Okay. Do you have that out?
Yep.
Pardon me.
So let's see. Yeah, what was this one again?
All right. Now, I had, you know, sometimes I'm actually making stuff up on the fly. Sometimes I'll get an idea and, based on, oh, geez, I'm paying attention to previous lessons and what you're working on. And so I'll think about how I can help you, and perhaps my grandmother never liked the phrase "kill two birds with one stone." I don't want to kill a bird, but you get the idea. So, and again, so I'm going to have to figure out how this will really work. So my idea was, again, because this is going to have squeeze and release. It's never going to go away. Now, you notice we didn't really talk too much about, up to come down. I mean, that's kind of, that feeling is built in. The stick, that's happening, right? Isn't that happening when we turn up to the ceiling? Okay, so, but you didn't even need to think about it. All you need to think about is releasing, and the whole thing works by itself. It's maybe when we just play singles, wrist turn singles, and then suddenly that happens. And guys do that with the throw too, where they're not releasing and it's down. But once you get the idea of release, how light that is, everything is, it's not down, down, down. It's about how do we get up to allow things to come down. Okay, so if we're playing the Swiss triplet, let's see if I can do this in matched, and let's see conceptually how this would work. Da 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 da. This is too fast. There it is again. Release. In the right, I'm going release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. 3-finger grip. Release in the left. Release, squeeze, release, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, 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 release. Ah, 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 ah. You see? That's right there, built in. Okay, so first you want to just get the core essence of what is the Swiss triplet, which is this. Let's see if you can do that.
You're doing 60 or 60?
Yeah, 60. So you see how nice and clean that is? And it's very relaxing. You're not choking the stick with your back fingers, so the stick can resonate. The surface can resonate. Are you really squeezing and releasing? Are you really coming up? There you go. That's not bad. Yeah, dude. So point your first finger in either hand. So the middle finger can release. Fourth and fifth are releasing. And you get to the top, and it's like absolutely relaxing. We don't wait there. All right. Now just now turn each of those throws into 2 notes. Oh, okay, now get the back fingers, see? Oh, okay, keep going. Okay, stop. Stop. You haven't been able to do that until today.
Yeah.
Now, what started to muck up your left, but then you fixed it because you're playing by ear, right? Is you had to slow the rebound down.
Right.
And the reason the rebound was going da, da, plata, da, plata, da, plata, instead of da, plata, see, da, da, had to be more open, is because I believe, you stopped releasing. And everything got closed. And so watch what happens. Let me demonstrate. So once again, I'm going to try to do this incorrectly. So if see, now the left hand it's too close. If the left is going da da, and I want da 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 da, da, and you're going, closing everything up, not really getting the release, and going, da, 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 da. The left was okay. The right was okay, right? Yeah, it was I think, were you leading right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were leading right, which is cool. So your left was going, da, 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 da. So what you want to do is, see, it's doing it now. So go back to just throwing. Come on, it's a release you got to get. Then the bounce will be easy. Release the back fingers. 3-finger grip. Release, 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 release. And come up that high in the left, and then just let it bounce twice. Da, 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 da. Keep releasing.
Get the metronome on.
Good idea. Keep releasing. Come on, release, release. Now let it bounce. Come on, get the right to do it. You got it. Keep releasing in the left. Keep releasing in the right. 3-finger grip. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, Jason. There you go. Look at you. You're nice and loose, man. You're free. Okay. All right. Now, okay. Since that is not that big a deal for you now, see what the squeeze and release will provide.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it? Okay. Well, I'm going to give you something else. Let's see. Oh, that'll work. Let's see how that would work. I'll play for a second. See, I gotta maintain that feeling. So for every throw, there's a built-in release, isn't there? And then I don't land closed. Quite frankly, I'm not really squeezing on the way. This is where it gets tricky. But what's happening is the hand doesn't close until after the second note. So Dick would say you land open. And then the hand closes, and it doesn't feel like the squeeze that happens for one note after a release. It feels a little different, but it's the same stuff.
Right.
See, once you get the squeeze and release, that other stuff takes care of itself, which is why this is a good way, and I believe it's what you see in the Spivak teaching Belson video, where Louis is demonstrating.
Yeah.
And he's doing a lot of throwing. Notice he starts off throwing for doubles, and then he starts to speed them up, and they speed up, and they speed up, and at a certain point it's too fast to throw, so he just starts turning his wrist, and then at some point I think maybe he goes to fingers, you know. So
I gotta revisit that video. I gotta revisit that one.
You should, because that's what we're doing kind of right now, right?
Right.
And I think that's why Murray would have students. I've heard that Murray would, not with me, I don't remember him doing it, but he would have students work on doubles and roll strokes with throws, because it really helps you get the thing.
Yeah.
The squeeze and release gives you so much, and as well, it keeps you relaxed, right? And loose, keeps you loose too. That's how loose now you can be. Just have to hold it here. Okay, watch. So here's what we're gonna do. Check it out. Release. And then we're going to this. Release, release. So relaxing that head. I barely need to hold the stick. Once you start to feel it, right? It's very relaxed. I got it though. I got it. So we're turning that into So and we're gonna go. Right?
Is that 8th notes?
Release, 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 release. Now you're playing doubles.
Right.
Now we're halfway there. Okay, so see if you can go from playing just the single throws with this is about the release.
Yeah.
It's all a vehicle to help you feel something so you can get on the drum set and play the heck out of the kit.
Right.
And make everyone feel this. Get everybody moving.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
So you're going from
So we're still at 60, and we're playing the Swiss triplets throws with the release to Swiss triplets. Then we're going to go to eighth notes with the throws and release, and then turn those into doubles. It's a pretty similar speed.
right. All right.
We're just controlling the placement of the rebound. Right? We're dividing up the doubles. Come on, you gotta release. See, you don't have to shove down. You have to come up. See, that's the whole thing about up. It's more about the up, isn't it? See, that's the idea where it's up, think up, up. You gotta come up, and you are. And then you turn your wrist up. It's up. And then everything collapses without doing a darn thing, really. Okay, turn that into Swiss triplets. We keep releasing. Don't forget to release in the left. You got to keep coming up, or it's going to change the speed of the double. I think that's affecting. Yeah, there, you loosened up. Loose. Release in the left. Release and turn to the ceiling. Let it bounce twice. Okay, now go to play eighth notes as singles. Release, 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 release. Beautiful, dude. Play doubles. Da, 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 da. Oh, yeah. Look at you. Yes. That's it. That's your new chart. It's cool, huh?
Yeah, nice.
Well, you just, it is nice, and you demonstrated it in a way so that it sounded nice.
Yeah, at the end, I was like, just trying to like over exaggerate each motion, just, and it kind of worked out. Yeah, it's like once you get to that, it's like just.
It did.
Crazy.
You're kind of gone from being a little bit uptight to real loosey goose.
Right.
And so, yeah, the difference is that's I think that's where the term came from. I think, isn't it a New York thing? Yeah, man, he's swinging like a mug.
Oh yeah, I heard that for you. Yeah, swing like a mug. Nice.
Turning it off. Good job.
Cheers.